Alright guys, good morning and welcome back to the Small Brain Pilot channel. Today we are parked here at Jinnah International Airport at Karachi with the beautiful PIA A320 Neo waiting for us at the gate. Today's flight is a highly requested flight by one of my subscribers. It is a short domestic hop to Multan. So without further ado, let's get started with the walk around. Alright ladies and gents, here we are in the flight deck of the Airbus A320 Neo. As you can see, it's cold and dark. As always, a true man starts his aircraft from cold and dark entirely. So I'm gonna get the aircraft configured, get the flight plan into the FMC, and I'll see you guys once we're ready for APU startup. Alright ladies and gents, we have the aircraft configured, the flight plan is in the FMC. If you want to review the flight plan real quick, we can do that. It's quite simple really. We're gonna be taking off from Karachi 25 left using the Badu 1 Delta departure. After that, we're going to be heading over a really short hop to Multan, where we're going to be coming in during the OPKC 1 Bravo departure into ILS runway 36. Pretty straightforward, single runway in Multan. Should be a pretty unproblematic flight and an easy short hop. So without further ado, let's get the APU started up. So for the APU start on the Airbus, just come up here, turn on the master switch, push in the starter, and we come down to here and we observe the APU flap opening up. Once the N1 reaches 100%, the APU is available for us to use. Once the APU has been started up, we can come up here and turn on the APU bleed, disconnect the external power, and disconnect the jetway from the aircraft. Once the jetway has been disconnected, we are ready for pushback and engine start. Alright ladies and gents, we've pushed back here into Karachi, so with that being said, we can get our engine started for taxi. We get our engine started, we're going to make sure that our beacon light is on. Once beacon light is on, we can come down here and flick the starter switch to start. Once we can see the engine page come on, we can turn on the master switch for engine number 2 first.
Back pocket. Fasten your seatbelt, insert the flat metal edge into the buckle and pull on the strap tight.
After starting engine number 2, we can repeat the same process for engine number 1. All we have to do in the process is just turn on the master switch to on. And while we wait for the engines to spool up, we can also set flaps for departure. The flaps for departure here today are just flaps 1. With the flaps being set and the engines being spooled up, we are almost ready for taxi. Last thing we have to do is just come out here, turn on the runway turn on light, and turn on the nose light. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for taxi. So I'm going to taxi over for departure to runway 25 left, and I'll see you guys once we're ready for our takeoff roll.
ख़वातीन व हज़रात तवज्जो फरमाइए, दौरान परवाज़ अपनी हिफाजती बंद बांधे रखें क्योंकि परवाज़ अचानक नाहमवार हो सकती है। हिफाजती बंद बांधने के लिए मेटल का चपटा हिस्सा बकल के अंदर डालकर पेटी कस लें। खोलने के लिए ऊपर का हिस्सा उठा लें। मोबाइल फोन का इस्तेमाल ममनू है। लैपटॉप कंप्यूटर्स, MP3 और CD प्लेयर्स टेक ऑफ के 15 मिनट बाद इस्तेमाल किए जा सकते हैं, लेकिन लैंडिंग से पहले हिफाजती बंद के निशान रोशन होने पर इन्हें बंद करना होगा। जरूरत पड़ने पर आपके लिए ऑक्सीजन मास्क खुद ब खुद आपके सामने गिर पड़ेगा। मास्क को झटके से खींचिए, नाक और मुंह पर रखकर इलास्टिक की पट्टी को सर के गिर्द पहनकर मास्क के जरिए सांस लें।
Alright, ladies and gents, we've made it here to runway 25 left at Karachi Jinnah International Airport. Without further ado, let's release the parking brakes and head on over to Multan. So, parking brakes are released. Throttles up to 50. Aircraft's coming alive. Become much caution. Everything looks stable, all green. Toga. Toga is set. Off to Multan we go. I'll catch you guys when we're ready for short final into Multan. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in the cockpit of the Airbus A320neo. Just gonna disconnect autopilot right there as we are over the runway threshold. Extremely low visibility approach here. Just keep it on the center line.
50, 40, 30,
Idle.
20, 10, 5.
And touchdown. That is as butter as we're gonna get. The landings do not get better than that, folks. In a very low visibility Multan, we have touchdown. Without further ado, we're decelling. Reversers in. I'm gonna get the aircraft taxied over and I'll see you guys when we're ready for engine shutdown. Alright folks, we've made it here to the gate at Multan. As you can see, it was a very extremely good butter landing. Anyways, APU is on. We can come upon here, turn on the APU bleed, turn off the beacon lights, turn off the taxi lights, and with that being said, we can shut down both engines. As both the engines come down, we can also bring in the ground services. And as our aircraft gets ready to be serviced, folks, that concludes today's flight from Karachi to Multan. Block time was roughly around an hour, 20 minutes, and it was a smooth landing. I think one of my best yet, and I hope, Bilal, you are satisfied, as you've been requesting this flight for a long time, so this is dedicated to you. With that being said, folks, thank you for watching today's video. If you have any flight suggestions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Small Bird Pilot, signing off.